The Great Sphinx of Giza is one of the most recognizable faces on Earth, but behind its calm, enigmatic expression lies one of archaeology's most enduring mysteries. What lies beneath it? For centuries, travelers, scholars, and storytellers have wondered whether chambers, tunnels, or hidden halls sleep under the body of Egypt's guardian beast. Some of these ideas are folklore, some come from scientific surveys, and some remain hotly debated. Together, they paint a picture of a monument that may still have more to reveal. The Sphinx is older than most people realize. Carved directly from limestone on the Giza Plateau, it likely dates to the reign of Pharaoh Khafre, around 2500 BCE, though some argue it could be even older. Measuring 73 meters long and 20 meters high, it crouches like a lion with a human head, watching eternally over the plateau. The ancients called it Hormukhet, Horus of the horizon. But from the Greek traveler Herodotus to medieval Arab chroniclers, the monument has been surrounded by whispers of buried chambers. Many believe the Sphinx was more than just stone, it was a gateway guarding treasures, tombs, or texts hidden below. In the 20th century, these ideas gained new life. During the 1920s and 30s, Egyptian archaeologists cleared sand away from the Sphinx, revealing its full body for the first time in centuries. They also noticed fissures and cavities in the bedrock. By the 1970s and 80s, more systematic investigations began. Then, in the early 1990s, geophysicists Dobecki and John Anthony West conducted seismic surveys around the monument. Their results suggested significant anomalies beneath the front paws, rectangular-shaped voids that could be interpreted as chambers. The claim was covered by outlets like NBC News and the New York Times at the time, sparking excitement and controversy in equal measure. Egyptian officials recognized the seismic data but advised taking it easy. Not every empty space is a chamber. Geology can be tricky. Natural fissures, erosion, and differential weathering can create misleading signals. But the possibility of something intentional could not be dismissed entirely. By the 2000s, radar and resistivity surveys added more evidence of cavities in the bedrock. In 2017, another round of ground-penetrating radar reported distinct anomalies beneath the Sphinx, reigniting debate. Live Science and Smithsonian Magazine both reported on the findings, though scholars continue to disagree on their interpretation. What could these voids be? The most cautious answer is that they are natural cracks. Limestone is riddled with weaknesses, and the Sphinx itself has suffered centuries of erosion. It is entirely possible that seismic signals reflect uneven rock layers. Another explanation is practical. The cavities could have been cut as storage or maintenance shafts during restoration phases, reused across centuries. Yet the most intriguing possibility remains that they are deliberate chambers, carved during or after the monument's creation. This is where legend intersects with science. For centuries, there has been talk of a hall of records buried beneath the Sphinx. Popularized in the 20th century by mystics like Edgar Cayce, this hall was imagined as a library containing the lost wisdom of Atlantis or of pre-dynastic civilizations. Mainstream archaeology does not support such claims, but the idea of a vast underground archive persists in popular culture, books, and documentaries. It shows how deeply the Sphinx has captured human imagination. Academic voices are more grounded but still fascinated. Egyptologists such as Zahi Hawass, who oversaw excavations at the Sphinx, confirm that subsurface anomalies exist. However, Hawass insists that no evidence supports the Hall of Records story. Instead, if chambers exist, they may be small ritual spaces tied to the Sphinx's role as a guardian. Smithsonian Magazine quotes Hawass as saying that any voids are geological features or later intrusions rather than hidden tombs. Still, not all scholars are satisfied with leaving the question there. Technological advances continue to add pieces to the puzzle. In recent years, ground-penetrating radar has become more precise, and drone-based photogrammetry has mapped the surface in detail. Some researchers propose combining muon tomography, the same method that revealed the big void in Khufu's pyramid, with detectors around the Sphinx. If allowed, such studies might finally settle whether large hidden spaces exist. For now, access is tightly controlled. The Sphinx is fragile, its limestone body eroding rapidly under pollution, groundwater, and weather. Drilling or invasive probing is off limits. But even without breaking ground, the Sphinx teaches us something profound. It shows how ancient monuments are not static relics but living symbols, surrounded by myth, science, and speculation. The very possibility of underground chambers keeps people searching, scanning, and debating, and perhaps that is the point. The Sphinx was carved to be eternal, to inspire awe and mystery. In that sense, it has succeeded perfectly. So what lies beneath the Sphinx? Natural fissures? Ritual chambers? Something yet unseen? The truth remains sealed under thousands of tons of stone and sand. But that doesn't stop us from asking. And if the Sphinx could speak, perhaps it would smile and say, "Keep wondering." Before you vanish into your own subterranean mystery, do me a favor. If you think the Sphinx hides secrets, you should see what hides beneath this video, the subscribe button. Go ahead, dig it up, unlock the secret. Next time, in episode 8, we'll step away from stone and turn to words. We'll look at the pyramid texts themselves, the oldest religious writings on Earth, carved into walls to guide kings into eternity.